welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, episode 82. And officially, we have started off the rally events in the best way possible, by basically winning the first event. And we are now going to get on with event number 2, which is Tahiti Maze. And I'm now going to use the other Mitsubishi rally car for this event, which is the Evo 7. Or to be specific and pedantic, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 7 rally car prototype. So it's still a Lancer Evo, except for saying that it's just the Evo 7, and I'm also going to get myself the turbo, because I have a feeling I probably will need that for the third race. And so here we go. Escape the maze and taste the nectar of victory. And this time it is Tahiti Maze. So pretty much the same prize giving structure for every one of these events, and let's head to race number 1, where we are going to Tahiti Maze. And it's basically the same track for 4 races, and this is basically a clone race. And the reason I say that is because ultimately we are competing against an Evo 7. So it's basically Evo 7 versus Evo 7 for this event. See who will take top honours. And I of course have the advantage for starting on the inside of the starting grid, considering these rally events are basically just head-to-head, like you would see on the rally tracks in arcade mode, except for the wet Route 5 tracks in arcade mode, which are basically actual races and not just head-to-heads, but officially, at the moment, I would say I'm doing pretty well, considering the circumstances I have to work under. Probably because I am that much more consistent as a driver. But again, rubber banding is still pretty strong, so, you know, it does make things more interesting knowing that this is precisely what I have to do. Already, at the moment, I'm leading this thing by nearly 2 seconds. And already at the completion of the first lap, it looks as though I have everything well in hand. Final lap of race 1, and already I appear to have a clear advantage over my Evo 7 clone, as of which officially it is looking like for the first race I will be the superior Evo 7. From what I can make out. shit, I hit the wall. But yeah, it's basically mistakes like that that can probably cost me these events if I'm not paying attention. I thought for sure I was going to catch it, but apparently in the end I didn't. And now it looks like I've really fucked this up. Although, I'm hopeful in saying that probably wasn't too much of a mistake, because the first races are pretty easy, and made a little bit of contact there with the Evo 7. No doubt in saying he would have probably done the same thing to me, so that's pretty much more or less a fair match, I would say, as I am now up into first position because of the easiness of the first race, even though I am certain, to say the least, and sympathising that it will probably not be this easy to win the other two races. So, won by a second in the end, but the only reason for that was because I fucked up pretty much at the halfway point of the course. And oddly enough, it's very easy to get it wrong down at the hairpin, which is basically what I did. But, anyways, hopefully I can learn from that, and here's to hoping that I won't repeat it, even though I probably will. And yes, I will save this replay. Just to save all of the commodities that could come before this, or after this. Anyways, second race, and this time it's going to be 3 laps long. Ooh. Also, furthermore, the spectators I see there, they're basically animated from what I can tell down here. Because this was very much a game of its time in terms of the spectator animations. The ones, of course, that are basically holding what looks like to be sailing cameras and... Whoa! Excuse me! Fucking hell. I did not expect that to happen. Yeah, right back at you, arsehole. Now that was a hit. But yeah, I mean, with this game having higher quality in comparison to many other racing games from the early 2000s. In terms of the spectator animations, this game was very much of its time. And I don't know where exactly Tahiti is, but I think Tahiti is on the French Riviera, as far as I know. I mean, I will have to search it up to be sure of knowing where exactly Tahiti is located, but I'm pretty sure it's an actual place. And there are understandable reasons on why exactly they have the catch fence up. Presumably for falling rocks from the cliff, methinks. And already, I'm actually dominating this race even more than I dominated the first race. Oh shit. I was definitely late on the brakes there. But yeah, the reason why the needle is moving around a lot when this car accelerates is purely because rally cars in the 90s, I think early 2000s as well, they were running on restrictor plates, like I said in the previous segment. I mean, I couldn't necessarily tell you why they were running on restrictor plates, but there had to be a reason for it, presumably a safety reason. But again, that's just my prediction of why exactly they use restrictor plates. It could be the correct answer, it could be the incorrect answer. But I will need to do some research to be sure of this. As I can see the ocean right on that side. Virtually right in front of me, if you ask me. Although I'm only hoping I do not fuck this up under similar circumstances to how I fucked up in the previous attempt. But again, rubber banding is still pretty strong in the rally events. Pretty much about as strong as beginner and amateur league standards. If you want to know how strong it is, I mean, the AI can tend to stay within 3 seconds of the player, if the player is leading the race most of the time. So yeah, rubber banding is pretty strong on the rally events, like I said before. Because even though I am leading this thing, obviously I am not dominating this thing. Which of course to you as the viewers can probably provide some entertainment. And I almost thought for sure I hit the inside concrete, but unfortunately I didn't. Oh fuck me! Yep, I just spun round. Had a feeling that was going to happen eventually. Also, furthermore, rally cars are still very easy to lose control of. And the gravel, from what I have learned in my many years of experience with this game. Fortunately, however, it does not take very long to catch up to your opponent if you know very well you're looking for redemption, which is exactly what I'm doing. Really had to pull off an outside pass there in order to get back in the lead a bit. Again, for you as the viewers, it does at least provide you some glimpse of entertainment of how exactly I'm trying to do this. At least I'm able to stage a comeback if I make a mistake. Considering obviously you will probably be seeing these mistakes a lot more often, since I can only really adapt at my best on tarmac and not necessarily on dirt. Even though I wouldn't call myself a tarmac specialist. I'm not Rhino GT4 or Jimmy Broadbent. Anyways, I win race 2 after staging a comeback, and my finish time in terms of the delta time under a second, literally 666 on the finishing time. That is the devil's number. I see right there. Anyways, final race, and I think it's going to be 4 laps long, but it's probably 5 laps long. Yeah, okay, 5 laps. And this is where I need to break out the turbo. Even though the FIA probably won't deem this legal, the truth is, fortunately, the FIA does not exist in this game. So, let's get through the 3rd and final race of Tahiti Maze. And where I am pretty sure this will probably be a closer race than the first two races were. Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit. You fucker. Motherfucker. You literally spun me round. That is exactly what I thought was going to happen sooner or later. You fucker. You just literally had to hit me. That wasn't even my accident. That shit was on purpose. Which now means, of course, that I have got to fight back. And maybe even trade some paint, because I think in some cases I might need to give him reformations for that move we just pulled off. Oh! Fucking shitballs. I had to spin myself around again. I do not trust myself on dirt. No, don't spin, don't spin, don't spin. Oh, god damn it! Fuck. That's the third time I've done that on this lap. I need to stop spinning if I'm going to win this race. Also, yes, that is the main reason why I put the turbo on, because I knew I was going to fuck this up at some point in the race. Hopefully I won't do all of that again. But still, that was a terrible first lap. From all the spinning I fucking did. I've got quite an interval to close, but since I have the turbo on, hopefully that won't be too much of a challenge. And hopefully I will be confident enough to say that I can manage. Oh, Jesus Christ, I almost lost it again. Okay, maybe I need to shift down to first gear for the hairpin turns, because there are quite a lot of hairpin turns on this course. And even though Tahiti Maze is not one of my particular favourites, the truth is, I still think this is a good course to race on. Even then, of course, if it is a challenging course to master, I can still race on it and I can still feel competitive on the track surface when I can adapt myself to the conditions. And I am starting to close in, it looks like, I think. But fortunately, this is not a 2-lap sprint, this is a 5-lap sprint. So I still have probably enough time to catch up to the leader, and I am starting to close that gap because it's now down to just under 8.7 seconds, so I am starting to close up on the leader. The super aggressive and disagreeable leader, but somehow still the leader, as a result of his unacceptable antics by FIA standards. Even though the FIA does not exist in this game. But it would have probably been given a penalty for that spin, probably. And oddly enough, in some cases, that would be something that would give him a little bit of a payback. Although, fortunately, for the for the AI at least, artificial intelligence, penalties do not exist in this game, as of which that would also be another feature they would include in GT4, and they basically had that system in place for pretty much every game since then. outside wall again. Anyways, the gap has definitely closed down because I'm now just over 3 seconds behind my fellow Evo 7. So I've closed that gap down rapidly in the space of just 2 laps. As a result of me coming back from my first lap antics. Most of which were not intentional antics in that hat. Anyways, I am back up into the 2nd position and I am ready to contend myself for the lead on the next lap. Just waiting to see when exactly I can pounce on the leader, and the gap is now just 0.2 of a second. I'm heading down the inside, and a little bit of fender rubbing there, but oh fuck you. And he is still playing dirty. Even though I just came back to fight for the lead, he still plays me dirty. Fucker. Anyways. I am back up into the lead, and oddly enough it has taken me pretty much 3 full laps and a bit to officially put myself back up in front. I now have a 1.8 second cushion at the present time, which I know for sure is not going to stand because the bastard will still be sure to stay up, will still be sure to stay close to me, because that is what he fucking does. Also, furthermore, I can smell smoke coming from in my room for some reason. Probably must be someone having a bonfire nearby, methinks. Although it's not outside my own house. Anyways, final lap. Officially, I have managed to stage a comeback. I have also separated myself from the clone Evo 7 prototype, who really did try his hardest to fuck my race up in the opening stages, but I fought back valiantly from the first lap shenanigans. I've proven I can prepare myself for circumstances regarding perseverance, and I've also managed to be intuitive enough to officially give myself enough of a cushion to say that I am back in the lead once again. And I lead this thing now by 2 seconds. So that must be one of my strong sectors. Probably on what mostly looks like a straight line, and also here through the handles, because I have also seen myself to be quite strong through here as well. And almost fucked up the entry. Before heading onto the gravel, and also got a little bit of oversteer through there, but able to catch it back, and officially, there we go. Tahiti Maze is a points win by 1.7 seconds. So officially overall, haha! I am the superior Evo 7 prototype. And furthermore, yes, I am saying that for gratification purposes, which I think is a word. Anyways, let's now move on to our prize car, and yes, I do have a replay saved. Okay, good. And what prize car are we going to win this time? We win a Ford Escort. We win the Ford Escort Cozzy from this event. Or, as they would say in Sheffield, the Ford Escort Cozzy. But yeah, we win the Ford Escort Cosworth from this event. And now 2 rally events are down and still 8 remain. And we are already up to 81%. And officially I have sweeped 2 rally events as a result, and here is my next prize car, which is the Escort Rally Car. Nice. Very nice. Also, furthermore, I love how this thing is sponsored by Valvoline. Because, well, when I was a kid, this was literally one of my favourite rally cars. And oddly enough, to this day, it still is. Also, I'm pretty sure that's a Michelin logo I see there. But yeah, I just used to absolutely love the way this thing looked. This thing looked friggin' amazing, in my honest opinion. That's just how good it was to see this thing. Anyways, that was Tahiti Maze, and next time we shall be doing the Smoky Mountain Rally. So stay tuned for that.